Welcome to 0 to 60.
I'm Matt McChesney. I am the owner and operator of 6-0 Football Academy and 6-0 Equipment. Played at the University of Colorado from 2004. 6 years in the National Football League on both sides of football.
I'm Matt McChesney. This is 0 to 60. That is Coach Prime. We are at the University of Colorado. Brother, thank you so much.
All right. 0 to 60. We're rolling. And we roll. Happy Friday to everybody out there. 0 to 60 on the Believe Network. You can catch us on YouTube on the daily, all over social media at 6-0 Academy, at 0 to 60, 6-0 Equipment, all of Bailey's pages. I mean, we are blowing up here, and it's a good thing. So happy Friday to everybody out there. It's the lull week between the Super Bowl, the Pro Bowl's this weekend, so that's who gives a shit. But we got a lot to talk about, I'll tell you that. So if you're sensitive, today's show's not for you. Let's just be real. So we're going to laugh at some shit that people may think is fucked up, but I think what's fucked up is what's happening, and it's kind of funny. So Welcome to 0 to 60, the Friday edition. My shirt, tell you right where my mind's set at. Let's have a day.
This is going to be a great show on this fine Friday. We got a lot to discuss, Matt. But this show is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline this is the biggest betting weekend of the year, finally here, which means there are more updated odds and props for Super Bowl Sunday. BetOnline is the world's most trusted betting platform, your number one source for online betting. We have hundreds of prop bets, MVP odds, and exclusive in-game live betting. BetOnline is your ultimate game day companion. Whether you're a seasoned fan or a first-time bettor, BetOnline offers you everything and more to enhance your game day experience. Visit the website today and make the game day action count a little bit more. BetOnline, the game starts here and we roll. Matt, we are here this fine Friday. I love your shirt. I don't even know where to start. We have so much to discuss. But I wanted to let's go ahead and start with the Shrine Bowl. So the Shrine Bowl took place last night. To be honest with you, we didn't really see too much action from Colorado players. To be honest with you, I don't even know if Jimmy Horn or Cameron Silman Craig even played. But one person that I know definitely made an impact last night, Shiloh Sanders. Shiloh Sanders obviously was facing a lot of heat. We discussed earlier this week, and I really think that during the Shrine Bowl, he kind of responds to some of the haters. I'll show some highlights of the Shrine Bowl. But Matt, what are your thoughts on Shiloh's performance in the Shrine Bowl? Do you think he shut some people up?
I mean, yeah, he played well, man. I think the practice is more important in championship or in an all-star game weeks. The practice that you go through all week, that's more important than the game. Mm-hmm. So everybody did well in practice. You saw a lot of Shepard and Wester in practice. The game is just kind of the topper. Everybody gets the game done. You go play. If you play well, cool. If you don't, cool. It's not going to do a ton to shift a player. But I'll tell you what, Will, if you had a terrible week and you didn't show any consistency or you didn't show improvement or you showed them attitude or they saw that your study habits are fucked up, that sucks. So, again, the week is way more important than the day. But, yeah, man, it's cool. It's a football game. So, it's like it's not that you're not entertained. Shiloh would get more opportunity as he's a defensive player that played a lot. So, yeah, he played well, and I hope he gets drafted. That's what I'll say. Like, I don't see why somebody wouldn't take him 5th, 6th, 7th round, and he can be as steadfast for you on special teams as a rookie and really learn the ins and outs of the pro game, and then he can play for you for a long time, bro. He's got a lot of tangible skills to carry over.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And Shiloh was he was talking on the media post-game. He has some interesting comments that I think On 3 Sports and certain other media outlets are running with, but he addressed his haters and he so-called compared himself to President Donald Trump, which personally I really liked his comments. But take a listen to Shiloh's comments post-game responding to the haters.
Clips that people posted out there, what do you want people to know?
If you just hate me or you want to hate me, paint me in a bad picture. They do that to our president. They do that to everybody, so I'm not going to be safe from it. But it does get aggravating whenever you put in work and you're working on your craft and people just steadily destroying you. I just care about what the scouts think. I care about what Coach Prime think, what my family think. And I got a good circle around me, so I really don't let that stuff affect me. It's just really stupid how people always just try to destroy you, and I don't do nothing bad to nobody.
Yeah, absolutely. Matt, what are your thoughts on Shiloh's comments? I really liked his comments, and the media is running with that like crazy. So go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Well, they were whether crazy like bad or crazy good. Like to see how they're
saying that he compared it. I'll read it exactly. Colorado DB Shiloh Sanders compared himself to President Donald Trump when addressing the viral clips of him getting beat at practice. That is what they're saying. So they're trying to make it that he compared himself to the president, but in actuality, I think
he did compare himself to the president.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a problem with it. I think some certain people in the media probably do. I don't know.
I don't know, man. I think that the Sanders family has a very unique perspective when it comes to the media, as literally everything they do is recorded by them. Let's be real. Like, it's not like the media is not the only ones recording. So you can't, I don't think you can really he's not complaining really. He's just kind of answering a question. Yeah. I don't know, man. The whole president thing, that's a tricky one. I don't know where to go with that one. But I will say that the media is a monster. I mean, it can either help you or hurt you. And, the old saying is there's no such thing as bad press. That's bullshit. There's definitely such a thing as bad press. Just ask the diddler. Did you see that fucking documentary?
What documentary?
No, you got it. I know you don't watch movies or documentaries and shit and you're like 12 years old, but you got to watch the documentary on fucking Max or HBO or whatever on P. Diddy. You got everybody in the comment, watch that shit. This dude is a fucking psychopath, dog. Like, oh my God, the shit in this fucking documentary. The R. Kelly documentary had me sitting there like, holy shit, dog. This guy's crazy. This P. Diddy shit, this guy's a fucking lunatic. Total fucking just money, can just get some money, act like a total dick. That's pretty much the documentary. But
wow. Yeah.
Look, man, the entire situation here with Shiloh and what he said in the media is it working. Everybody's talking about him.
Yeah.
So the whole comparing yourself to the president thing is probably a bad idea in today's culture. Maybe. I don't know. People are kind of pissed off about it. Apparently, I personally don't give a shit. I think it's who cares. But there's people, I can see how people could get mad about that. Maybe, kind of.
If anything, if anything, what I took from it, at least it was a genuine response. I mean, you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that's not like he's bullshit. Like, that's real shit. They do that to the president.
After practice, just answering the question.
Yeah, exactly. So Shiloh, responds to the haters with the Shrine Bowl performance. We do hope he gets drafted, and we will continue to cover Shiloh this offseason and leading up to the draft. Shout out to Shiloh. And, interesting comparison there, but I have no problem with it. It was real comments. So
I would love for his brother to get drafted like the Raiders and Shiloh go to the Broncos or the Chiefs or the Chargers, and they play each other twice a year, and, like, that would be dope. Like, there's a lot of good fucking storylines here. Playing together with your brother again, playing against each other, I think it'd be really cool.
Oh, sorry, this shit made me laugh. He said, I don't watch movies. I'm producing the Hawk Tour documentary. That girl hasn't posted a podcast apparently since she did that crypto thing where she,
she robbed everybody and fucking pieced out. I kind of respect the hustle, dog. Like, she's gone.
Cold world. It's a cold world out there.
And I'm gone.
Yeah, it's the cold world out there. Let's move forward here. Before we go back to some Colorado news, Matt, we got to address the elephant in the room. Justin Tucker. the elephant in the room, Justin Tucker's been accused of some, I'm just going to call it weird ass shit. But Matt, yeah. But Matt, I got to get your take on this. What are your, I'm sure you have something to say about this Justin Tucker situation. He's been accused of, he's said it have been banned from several Baltimore massage parlors or hotels. Just some weird shit going on here. And apparently this isn't new news. This is people in the Baltimore area seem to have known this, I believe. So I don't know. Matt, what are your thoughts on this Justin Tucker situation?
Well, first of all, are you defending P. Diddy here? HBO. I'll take HBO's word for it that he's a fucking weirdo. And just scumbag as a human, but whatever. I mean, I am smarter than. I don't know where you're going with this, but
weird comment. I don't know where it's
going. And that's cool. That's cool, man. Look, Justin Tucker is another long line of rich dudes with game problems. Like, I don't understand why dudes have to do this. You don't have any fucking game. You can't spit. You can't approach a woman and get a fucking phone number and put in some work and get your dick touched that way, the right way. Mm-hmm. You got to do it like this, you fucking weirdo. And look, no offense to all the religious people out there. I'm, you know where I stand. This guy, every time he's on TV, thank God this, thank God this, thank God that. I mean, I'm sorry, but then you get caught doing this shit. So This is some weird shit. Reading up on what he was doing, like, ugh. Like just the intentionality of it, the fucking like walking around with a hard on, wet spots on the fucking massage table and shit, like
pelvis to remove the shit. This is weird as shit.
Working the pelvis to get the towel to come off, like, oh, the towel slipped. Oh my god, like fucking kickers, dude. And figures he's a kicker, fucking weirdo. I just look, dog. I guess if you have to pay for pussy, number one, first of all, you never do that. You're paying her to leave, not to fuck. Because first, if you have any game, that's the rule. But if you have to pay for it, number one, I mean, come on, dog. You don't need to do it like that. Like, you're a professional athlete. Number one, you should be able to go out and spit a little bit of fucking game and be able to get some, number one. Number two, you're married. I guess that should have been number one.
Nobody mentioned that.
So, I mean, no one's mentioning the fact that he's a married Christian dude who thanks God for everything and probably runs the team chaplain and runs the team meetings when it comes to prayer and shit the night before the game. But he's out here getting rubbed and tugged off like fucking like Deshaun Watson, only, he's the human tripod kicker. So it's Robert Kraft's going to rub and tugs and shit. It knows no difference between race, age, demographics, how much money you make. Some guys just, oh my God, that's incredible. I can't believe you just put that up there. Right. I didn't even know you were going to put that up there, but that's perfect. I just can we get all three of these guys on the same team and just call them the fucking Cleveland Tugs? So I'm over this, dude. Like, what, you don't have it, ladies in the chat, ladies around the world. What happened to dudes? Dudes in the chat. What? You got game. Just spit it. I'm telling you, you don't need to go down this road, especially professional athlete dudes.
That's what I'm saying. So weird.
You can't go for pussy, dog. You got to go do this weird, fucking crazy shit. And Baltimore knew about this shit for like months, dog, and they didn't do anything about it. And no wonder he sucked all year. He's out there thinking about, like, I wonder when this rub and tug fucking article's going to drop. I wonder if it's going to drop tomorrow and I'm going to answer questions. And as he's out there missing fucking field goals and extra points and shit. So I'm just saying, bro, sometimes if you're thanking God every 5 seconds on TV, maybe you're doing some shady fucking shit behind the scenes, you fucking weirdo. That's what I think. This weird fucking kicker, fucking weird ass shit, dog.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing you mentioned is, one, he's married. Two, he's the man of God, supposedly. I mean, I saw. You remember the video of him like singing opera in the church? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
it's
And
just
look,
so
I'm not mad. I'm not mad at him for wanting to go out and fucking and get some ass. I'm not mad at you, dog. Just can you do it like a man and not
Right.
this? This makes men look terrible. Like if it's the Cleveland Steamer and the Chicago Backhand, what do you call this? The Baltimore what?
the Baltimore. Matt,
The Baltimore Blue Balls.
You certainly call it something, but man, yeah, it's a weird situation. We'll see.
The fucking Baltimore crab cake.
We'll see how how this plays out. I mean, these are just starting as accusations, but dude, this is a huge
There's a lot
story.
of fucking chicks too. A lot of fucking massage parlor chicks who are
No, because exactly.
a fucking super weirdo.
I mean, I'm not going to read all of this, but it says 5 of the women said Tucker asked them to massage his pelvic region, blah, 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 blah. Like, that it ain't just one massage.
I'm the kicker for the Baltimore Ravens, and I got some severe tension in the inside of my groin on the left side. I need you to take 2 fingers there and get some of that nice Vaseline or some baby oil. My boys, Diddy sent me some baby oil. I need you to take 2 fingers and get up in there. That's what I'm looking for. Justin Tucker, get in there. Go on. You know you want to. Just massage it in a circle and get in there. You fucking weirdo. What is wrong with you, homie? You got a wife at home. If your hip and your fucking groin are that fucked up, you can go home and be like, babe, I need you to do your babe's job. I need you to do significant other, partner, husband, wife shit job. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to get in there and massage that motherfucker. Not go to old fucking rub and tug down the street and try and fucking like convince these fucking busted hoes to massage your fucking nether region. I'm telling you, dog, Justin Tucker's the kind of guy that, I mean, Jesus Christ.
That's why I said, I just like, dude, he's married, he's a man of God, and he's doing this weird shit. I can't wait to see how this plays out.
How's it going to play out? It's not going to play out well for him.
Oh, hell no. But are we going to have, like, this is the thing, though. Let's be real. I don't think the media is killing this guy like they did Deshaun Watson. Because I think
he's not Deshaun, but he's also a white. So, like, let's be real. He's a white and he's a religious, and they're going to give him some fucking leeway there probably. But this is some scummy shit.
They killed Harrison. I mean, I'm not going to compare to Harrison Buckner because obviously he didn't do crazy shit like this, but they killed
Harrison Buckner. Just said crazy shit.
Saying some shit.
What did Harrison Buckner do? He just said shit, right?
Yeah, all Harrison Buckner did was he was like, I think I
like traditional women. I want my wife in the kitchen pregnant. That's pretty much what
there's nothing fucking like
that's his opinion, bro. That's your opinion, Harrison. At least he's not out fucking, twiddle-dee, his dick down the fucking road in Baltimore while he's praising God on the other hand of it.
That's really my point.
I guarantee you can find some clips of Justin Tucker post-game, like, first and foremost, I just want to thank Jesus Christ and God and all the little children and blah, 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 blah. By the way, after fucking service tomorrow, I'm going to go get a rub and tug. I know this great place down the street. Fucking Wang Lee and Chi-Chi are going to be in there. Fucking 2 in the ass, Chicago backhand style. We call it the Maryland fucking crab cake.
The Maryland crab cake. Jesus. Well, yeah.
Hopping around on one leg and fucking angry pirate that bitch.
Well, before the show gets too off the ropes,
I think we should quicker.
Here's what I'll say. We'll move on. The same energy that
this is an awesome topic.
I know you love this topic. We also have more time.
I just love it when people do stupid, crazy shit. It's fucking crazy.
That's just weird, crazy. It's unbelievable. And
the people who's going through his head when he's sitting there and he's like, you know what? I'm about to go get the fucking best rub and tug from the 50th fucking massage therapist. And even if she says no, it doesn't matter because I'm Justin Tucker.
Weird.
I am the kicker extraordinaire, and I can just go out and slang this fucking cock all up and down the Maryland coast because I'm Justin Tucker, bitch. I'm a Christian, and I can get up there and be like, thank God that I can just go be like, hey, I sinned. And he's like, "You're good." And he's like, "Fucking hey, let's do it again. Woohoo."
So
What
weird,
a douchebag.
Just the people who gave all that energy to Bucker, and I mean, don't even compare Bucker to Tucker and Sean Watson. But those people who had all that energy better have the same energy about
this. A life and like some eggs. This guy is out fucking, firing off fucking knuckle children like it's crazy, like leaving fucking wet spots. Right. This is all fucking wet spot Tucker over here, bro. That was the part of the article that really got me. When they were like, he left multiple wet spots, like that's his calling card. Like how many different massage therapists had their table ruined because old fucking Justin Tucker couldn't hold his nut, and he'd get up there and they'd touch him, and he'd be like, and just fucking come all over their fucking table, and then just leave. Old Spotty, got your table, got to go buy another one. You can't just show up to the fucking 4:00 appointment and like there's a huge fucking wet spot on the table and shit. And, like the dude's like, "What the fuck?"
So weird.
Oh, so Tucker, huh? Yeah, I've heard that he leaves spots like this. Old Spots McGee, Justin Tucker, what a fucking piece of shit, dude.
Let me ask you, if you were to place a bet right now, you think he's kicking for the Ravens week 1 this year?
No, dude, he doesn't get to kick anymore. He needs to get his shit together. No, and he's not even that good anymore. It's time to leave. It's time to leave, Spots. Get the fuck out of here. Old polka dot Tucker.
Man, yeah. That is unfucking believable weird shit. Well, Matt, I hope you channel this energy because I know you're going to have the same – you're going to have something to say about this. So Cam Newton – Cam Newton went on First Take, and Cam Newton's been on fire in the media recently with some hot takes, and he said that he wouldn't trade his NFL MVP for a Super Bowl victory. Take a listen to this and we'll get your take, Matt.
If you could give back that league MVP for a Super Bowl championship, would you do it?
No.
Oh.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Because you have to ask it through this lens. That was a very journalistic viewpoint or vantage point or response, Stephen A.
What does that mean?
I'll ask you this question.
Journalistic viewpoint.
This thought. What's more important?
I bet you reads the dictionary.
Championships. You look at a guy like Allen Iverson.
Cam reads the dictionary. How fucking weird that is.
Everybody's not going to be Michael Jordan. Everybody's not going to be.
Oh my God, dude! Make a fucking excuse.
Matt, what's your take on Cam saying he wouldn't trade his MVP for a Super Bowl victory? Go ahead.
I think Cam probably reads the dictionary. That's fucking weird. Just make shit up. Not everybody's going to be Michael Jordan. Yeah, but even in Tom Brady's era, a bunch of other guys won rings. He had a chance to win a Super Bowl. I watched him on the field not go after a fumble and stand there and make a business decision rather than go after a fumble. Mm-hmm. So I think that Cam is a super narcissist. They set him up with this question. You knew he wouldn't say yes. I mean, obviously, his NFL MVP is his crown. I obviously never won an NFL MVP. Obviously, I didn't win a Super Bowl. Obviously, but I'm telling you, I'd much rather have a ring than an award.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, especially a quarterback. He could have been the first quarterback in NFL history to be a run-first guy, and JB always talks about it. Well, Jalen Hurts might be that guy this week. He could have been the first one, beat Peyton Manning, but the Broncos defense broke him in that game. And then they came back the next year and opened the season with Carolina and Denver, and Darian Stewart and the Broncos defense broke his ass again. And that was the start of the decline of Cam Newton. So I think that this is a hard question for him to sound good answering, because he probably just should have said absolutely winning is the most important thing. But he's not going to say that shit. So they set him up, and it's running the way it's supposed to run. They're using the media to fuel this, and people are responding to it. And I think it's crazy. Like, of course, I would rather have a Super Bowl ring than an award. But at the same time, the NFL MVP is special. So it's, he was a hell of a player and a hell of a talent at his time. But you know what kind of player he is deep down, that when he didn't go after that ball in the Super Bowl, it You have to question that as a player, as a football player, as a pundit, as a journalist, and people have since it happened. So, everybody knows what you're talking about when you bring that up in a conversation about Cam Newton. So, I would say ring over award. Absolutely,
and I think you raised a good point to that. And I don't know how you feel about Cam on First Take. I mean, I like Cam on First Take. He's on Hot Take like Central right now. I mean, he's saying that the Cowboys are tanking for Arch Manning and Nick Saban. He's saying that. I mean, he's saying a lot of different shit. So, I mean, look, he's a content creator. He said on JB's show when he came on, and he's like, I'm a content creator. That's what he does. I mean, it's what it is. He's doing a hell of a job. I don't know what else to say.
His sense of style confuses the shit out of me too. I don't have any style, so I guess that's why it confuses me so bad. But that's comfortable.
Oh, you have his outfit?
My ass off if I look like fucking Cam.
I don't know how you. He's wearing like a turtleneck indoor.
Ascots and fucking turtlenecks and button-ups underneath and shit. Bro, I'd be sweating like a fucking whore in church.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Me too. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. I didn't play in the NFL. Matt said it better than anybody. It's just an interesting take from Cam. Matt, let's move forward here. I got to ask you about this. So Colorado went through the Marine workout, and this is something that I've done in high school and college, having the Marines. It's not fun at all, at least for me as an offensive lineman. Matt, I don't know if you've ever been through this, but Colorado went through a Marine workout, and just kind of break this down. Your thoughts on this? Not fun, but I'm glad to see him doing it. Go ahead.
They're hard because it's different. It's not something they do a lot, but it's not
anything crazy.
It's not anything like you can't do. So it's more about team building and communication and being able to operate when you're fatigued. Like that's a huge part of conditioning at all. Like, this morning at 5 a.m. at 6-0 when we're in there working, we got 30 guys in there and we're grinding. It's, there's eyes on, if you get my point. There's people that are there evaluating, if you get my drift. So, like, those people are looking for what happened not at the beginning of the workout when everything's all hunky-dory. They're looking at the end of the workout when people are fucking tired and breathing hard and how are you on the 8th rep as opposed to the 1st rep? And, that's the whole point of this. They lose a lot of leadership. So you've got to replace that leadership with leadership. Like you got to go find it and you got to develop it. And, I'd like to think that they can just plug and play, but you can't fabricate, the camaraderie and what it takes for people to truly be looked at as a leader. The guys know who the captains are for real, regardless of what's on your jersey and whatever coach says. The guys know who the leaders are on the team. So it's I'd like to see them doing this kind of shit. This is the kind of shit that I'm into. Like, let's go fucking work and see who out here's got some heart. Like, it also, this is another great part of this. It exposes the punk bitch motherfuckers on your team. This is the kind of shit that really, really, really exposes people on your team that aren't into the team part of it. Like they're there to just be on the team. They're not there to carry their weight. Yeah, I can't hear you. I can't hear anything you're saying, Bailey.
Sorry, I don't know why I was muted. But if anything, this is a team. Yeah, it's a team bonding experience. It'll definitely teach them. It'll definitely expose those that are, I'm not going to say fraudulent, but those who struggle when the pressure is really put on them. So, yeah, I'm with you on that. But, yeah, Colorado's going to find a leader out of that group. Saw Jordan Seaton in there and others. Yeah, we'll find a leader. Matt, I got to ask you about this. This is something I'm trying to figure out because someone in the chat said this. Oh, man, this is interesting. There's a YouTube channel by the name of TLP Sports Club that apparently has called out our channel and reacted to a video we did regarding Shiloh Sanders. And I'm going to pull it up and save it for the second half of the show here. But I'm just trying to figure out what all the guy said. And because someone in the chat saying And I don't know. Chat, let us know what's going on with TLP Sports and what the hell they're talking about, because we're going to discuss it here in the second half of the show after we pay some bills. Because I don't know.
I don't give a shit, but I'll watch.
Yeah, we're gonna respond to that, and we'll see. Man, let's go ahead and pay the bills. When we come back, we'll discuss that. We're going to discuss Patrick Surtain saying he wants to take snaps at wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. I know Matt's going to have to take that probably. We're also going to discuss Coach Prime liking an Instagram post saying that talking about Cleveland Browns wanting to draft Shedeur, and Coach Prime liked it. And people seem to think, I know Matt's going to love that, but people seem to indicate,
my guy.
People seem to think that indicates Coach Prime's okay with Shedeur going to Cleveland with this number 2 overall pick. Yeah. We'll also discuss Shedeur, Sanders, and Cam Ward, asking a Giants fan at the East-West Shrine Bowl who they'd rather have, and that Giants fan's response is kind of interesting. We'll discuss that and so much more after we pay the bills. If you're watching, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member of the Dungeon family here at 0 to 60. Best $2.99 you ever spent. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Peace.
Whether it's offensive linemen as they work combos and double teams and also pass pro and punch, I think the unique physicality of this is outstanding. So much so that you can use it for your shield on punt team or as you rush in the shield. There's so many different ways that we're using it. We get better a little bit every single day, and I just wanted to say thank you because I hadn't ever thought of this, and when I saw it, it made total sense, and we're doing a great job with it. So thank you, man. Go Big Red. What this has done for us is it's allowed us to, because of the surface area, because of its firm nature, I can still strike against another player and have to use that punch just like you do on a sled. At the same time, have to time my punch because it could move. I can teach defensive linemen how to handle double teams because they can feel pressure. We can simulate contact in a safe environment in non-contact times because of this unique bag.
Welcome down here to the Lab 60 Football Academy, 60 Strength and Fitness. I am your owner and operator, Matt McChesney. I just wanted to let everybody know that 60 is now on Cameo. You can go on Cameo and request any tips for training, any offensive line, defensive line tips, recruiting tips. I get so many inquiries in my inbox on a daily basis about tips and can you look at my film and can you do this? Can you break down something for me? I'd love to. All right? It's like the Joker said, my man, right here. If you're good at something, never do it for free. So Cameo is now your bridge to 60 Football Academy. Go in, request what you want, tips, suggestions, recruiting, film, and we will make sure that you get the absolute best from the best. So check out 60 on Cameo at 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy. Cameo, 60 Academy.
Matt, and we're back here on this fine Friday. Man, it's pouring rain like crazy out here. How's the weather in Denver, Matt?
It's been pretty shitty and cold, but it's nice today. You know, it could the sun's out. It doesn't really matter what the temperature of the air is. It's pretty nice. Mm-hmm. But, if we have cloud cover, it's cold as fuck. So I'm ready for the spring. Say that shit. Quick.
Yeah, me too. I'm ready for the sun to come back. I mean, I'm in East Tennessee.
On a boat July 4th. I can't wait.
Hell yeah. Well, Matt, I listened to this TLP Sports. I mean, he just kind of did a reaction to us discussing Shilo a couple of days ago. I don't know. No, nothing really worth to react over, to be honest with you. But chat has something to say about it. I was just making sure we listened to it and discussed it. Well, I'll play it in a sec. But, Matt, I got to ask you about this. Patrick Surtain says he would like to play wide receiver for the Denver Broncos. He says, put me a wide receiver. Let me make a couple plays here and there. I could do it. Whatever route you need me to. Whatever you need me to do, me at wide receiver, very dynamic. Matt, obviously, Surtain, I think, is probably the best corner in the game, if not one of them. Like, it's obviously a toss-up. I think he's one of the best in the game. What are your thoughts of him potentially playing wide receiver for Bo Nix and the Broncos?
I think he could do it, but I don't want him to do it.
Why do you say that?
He's on a trajectory to be a first-team Hall of Fame, bad motherfucker. He's about to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
And I if he's going to do it, then they have to like fully invest in it. I don't want him to just be a gimmick guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let him go. If he wants to try and get 30 reps at receiver, I doubt Sean Payton would go for it either. But I think it would be cool. I think he could do it. He's a fucking animal of a player. I think there's a lot of guys that could do it. I mean, I played multiple positions. It's not this like monumental thing. It's not. He can go play a mirror position. He knows what receivers do. I guarantee it. So he could probably be a pretty damn good receiver, judging by how good he is as a defender. Fuck.
Yeah,
now he's got all the rules on his side with his size and length and speed and ball skills and shit. Fuck, man, he might have 100 catches.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, Matt, I'm sure you, as somebody who played for Denver and obviously is a fan of Denver, I'd want it. I don't know. I don't know. He's a hell of a player. I have no doubt if they put him there, Bonus could get him the ball and have some success. But also, Broncos should draft LeJohntay Wester. I think you made a good point the other day. If they want to have another guy in the offense, like you draft LeJohntay, trade up and draft Travis. We discussed Travis wanting to play for the Broncos like a few months ago on the show. Travis said he didn't want to. Fuck, who knows, man? But interesting development. Patrick Surtain wanting to play wide receiver, Matt. We'll see. I got to ask you, and I know your take already before we even get into it, but Coach Prime liked a Instagram post suggesting that he would be okay with the Browns drafting Shedeur Sanders. Now, Matt, I got to ask you your honest take on this. Is this I know you're not a fan of Shedeur going to Cleveland, but if that were to happen and the Titans take Travis at 1, what are your thoughts on Shedeur potentially going to the Cleveland Browns under Kevin Stefanski?
Cool. Go ahead. It'd be cool, man. Cleveland's awesome. The mistake by the lake, as they say. It'd be awesome. Yeah, they don't fuck anything up in Cleveland. The weather's not shitty there. The division's not hard. They do things right also. Like, they've got some real history of just, like, stacking wins and like, developing quarterbacks. They developed shit out of quarterbacks there. So, I think this is an unbelievably good fit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think Shedeur would look really great in the Cleveland Brown uniform. I really think that it could be, an absolute just disaster. No, bro, I don't want him to go to Cleveland. And it has nothing to do with Shedeur. It has everything to do with Cleveland. Please, God, stay the fuck away from my guy. I don't want him to take Travis Hunter either. Stay the fuck away from him, too. Just draft an offensive lineman or something, Cleveland. Go the fuck away.
I hear you. I mean, yeah, it's Cleveland. We know the history, and I hear you. If we're looking at an optimistic standpoint of this, Matt, let's look at this.
No, fuck that. There's no optimistic standpoint with the Browns, bro.
You don't think that okay? Them compared to like the Raiders. You think Shedeur coming into that team? That's a better team than the Raiders.
Ain't better fucking situation than the fucking Browns. You're inside. You're in Vegas. You have Tom Brady who's running shit now. You got Pete Carroll as a coach instead of fucking Kevin Stefanski over here trying to fucking throw shit against the wall. You don't have to deal with Deshaun Watson and all that rub and tug distraction. You know, like the Raiders are a way fucking better opportunity for fucking Shedeur than the goddamn Browns, man.
I was saying it just by the paper, the team on paper. I'm not saying organizationally. No, we know the history of the Browns and their front office issue. Yeah, we know. Just interesting. I don't know.
I had to fucking educate you on this, actually. I didn't think you did know. The Raiders are a way fucking better opportunity.
Well, let me ask you. Oh man,
Coach Prime likes this post, and you're like,
no, this is solely based on the internet's reaction to this. This is how fast the internet reacts to it. And I just got to ask you about it because it's a trending story. But Matt,
what's my answer? No, please, God.
So hypothetically, Matt, if Tennessee drafts Travis Hunter or Abdul Carter and Cleveland's sitting at 2, do you think Coach Prime goes back on this and has a problem with Shedeur being drafted to Cleveland?
No, man, you're not going to have a problem with him going number 2. Right. It just Cleveland fucks everything up. Don't act like he doesn't know that.
Yeah, I know.
So let's not sit here and act like Cleveland's a great fucking franchise. They fuck everything up. I don't want them to fuck this up. That's all I'm saying.
So you
even when they got a hit with Baker Mayfield, and they fucked that up. They were just like, "Fuck you, Baker, leave."
Yeah, that is
true.
He
was the perfect quarterback for them, and they fucked that up. No, the Browns deserve everything they're getting, which is not Shedeur. Please, God.
Yeah, and this is very true. Mozzie Rain says Coach Prime is doing what Matt always says, playing the media like a fiddle.
Charlie Daniels style. He's playing that motherfucker like the devil went down to Georgia.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about this whole fucking thing of dude talking shit, or are you going to keep avoiding?
I don't think he was talking shit. Like I just think he disagreed. Here's what I'll say, and we can kind of play it and go through it. If you
fuck up, dude, so I can fucking hear what he said and stop dodging the topic.
I'm not dodging the topic. I have to actually put the video in, but what I will preface it by saying is he had a problem with your Shiloh Sanders take from what I
let me hear what you said.
Give me 1 second, Matt. I gotta ask you.
Let me hear what I said too, because I probably don't even fucking remember. What's this guy's name?
This guy's name is TLP Sport Club. I've never heard of this channel, but Matt wants to smoke with his cat, so let's hear it. We can kind of go through it. It's a long video, but we'll stop it.
Shaking my goddamn boots over here.
I don't think it's anything bad, but take a listen.
McChesney to be a foe or to be a detractor. He is a CU alum, played in the NFL for years. And I feel like he's one of the most honest people when it comes to Colorado, how he assesses Colorado and Coach Prime and what's going on at CU. I ain't trying to put a wedge between him and Colorado fans or anybody else. That's not my intention for this video. I really wanted to do a reaction because I feel like sometimes even with your friends can hurt you in situations.
All right. Yeah, I'm going to skip forward to his actual reaction.
Fine, man. I want to hear what he says. Just play it. Shit.
Him and Colorado fans or anybody else. That's not my intention for this video. I really wanted to do a reaction because I feel like sometimes even with your friends can hurt you in situations unintentionally. So was this some type of unintentional hurt, or was he just being honest? Hopefully you can decide, and we can have that conversation in the comments right after I do my reaction. So let's go ahead and dig in.
Matt, this is going to be directed towards the media when we discuss this. So I've been seeing a lot of stories about Shiloh Sanders has gone viral for struggling at the East-West Shrine Bowl. And this is just continues from the season. Shiloh Sanders draft stock reportedly did not improve much at the Shrine Bowl. And
why are you talking like that?
Because it's Matt. Like, let's keep it real and not just sit here and sugarcoat. Matt, I mean, from what I've heard from you, I wouldn't put too much merit into this, especially when it comes from accounts. I understand Dove covers actual stories, but let's be real. Some of his stories are. And so, Matt, what do you have to say to Shiloh Sanders allegedly struggling at the East-West Shrine Bowl practices? Go ahead.
All right, so I will have to apologize for some of the language that is being said in this video. If you hear a beep, that means in the edit, I'm going to beep out the foul language that is being used. The reporter is Dove Kleiman. He's the one that's making the report. He said, "Oh,
I'm sorry, that shit killed me. Oh my God. Yeah, this is
oh my God, dude.
That shit killed me, Matt. Anyway, we'll keep playing it, but apparently he does not like our swearing or has to apologize because of our swearing. We'll keep going.
Shiloh Sanders has gone viral for struggling at the East-West Shrine Bowl practices. Shiloh's draft stock is tanking. Now, I don't know where Dove Kleiman is getting the information, whether it's from insiders, NFL insiders saying that his...
Hold on. Matt, what do you have to say to him saying that about the swearing?
Shit. I don't even know what he said, bro. Once he said that my foul language is there, I lost it. Yeah. Sorry for using so many curse words.
Well, I said bullshit. I don't even think you said anything. I'm like, dude, if you ever listen to the show, you know he's not.
I'm sure I know where this is going to go. Like, I'm a hater because I think that he's a late round pick or undrafted.
Well,
Shiloh's a hell of a football player. Nope, this guy's offended by my language. This is going to be a long argument.
Yeah. Oh, God. Take a listen.
Oh, shit.
They're not interested in him because he's not doing well. I have no idea, but let's go ahead and listen to Matt and what he had to say.
I think it'll get clicks. That said, Shilo, I think Shilo will be a really good special teams player and will help, but he's going to struggle with the speed of the NFL, and he's the tackle on the backs. And I'm not trying to say that he's can't do it. I'm saying those are his struggles. Those are the things he has to fix. Mm-hmm. So if he's out there struggling a little bit at the shrine game, go fix it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they're not going to say anything positive about the kid, they never do, ever.
Yeah, that's my point.
So I'm sure that he'll use it as fire like he usually does. He'll be fine. I mean, he's going to definitely get into camp and definitely be on a team. It's not like he's not, especially now with 20 practice squad slots that are making $10,000 a week. I'm sorry, but if you can't stay on a team, especially on a practice squad, you're sorry. Like, you just can't play. That's just a fact. I'm not trying to be. That's fact. Back in my day, we had 6 practice squad spots, and you couldn't stay on it for more than 2 years because you're not going to develop. Now you can stay on it till you're 40, and it's $10,000 a week. I say that's wrong there. Like, look, can I get his reaction? Because this is like, good God, dog, this is long-winded as fuck. Is this guy thinking about
it? Is very long-winded. I mean, I'm still laughing at the fact that he had a problem with the swearing.
Look, dog, hey. I think everything I said is true, and I think Shiloh's a hell of a player, and the NFL is really fast.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm not arguing with what you said at all.
Does everyone think the NFL is slow?
I'm trying here. Let's hear what he had to say in the comments, because we don't have to listen to that. We already heard, but here's what he had to say. I wasn't saying
Shiloh's going to be on practice squad. I'm saying that now anybody can be on. I didn't say Shiloh. I said anyone. I didn't say Shiloh was going to be on practice squad.
Right.
I spoke plain English. I thought maybe I'm wrong. Going to a good situation and doing his job because he's so naturally gifted. Shiloh has got to really figure out what kind of player he wants to be at the next level and go commit himself to that, because it's a totally different bag trying to play safety and quarterback.
All right, so let's react to this. A few takeaways that I want to actually highlight. He's being honest is welcomed. I like honesty. So within his honesty, do you think he helped Shiloh or do you think he hurt Shiloh's case? If you listen to his co-host is trying to support Shiloh, is trying to say, well, this guy, Dove Climate, I mean, he is credible to a certain extent, but most of the...
What? I'm going to write a draft report, send it to all the clubs. Shilo is slow. What the fuck are you talking about, dog? No one cares what I think.
I don't get that.
Not one person gives a shit. It's okay.
Yeah.
I don't even remember half of this stuff.
yeah, exactly.
You know what he puts out, it's not always based in just reporting. It's usually, BS. You go ahead and put how you feel he handled it, if he hurt or he helped. I think he did both in this. The hurting part is his co-host is trying to play down the fact that Shiloh is struggling. And I feel like Matt did not take the opportunity to agree with him that Shiloh is not struggling.
Now, is he really 4'4", 4'5", or is he 4'7", 4'8"? Like, let's be real. Yeah. I'd say at this combine, I bet he runs like 4'5", like high 4'5s, probably, maybe. Yeah. And that's pretty fucking fast. 4'5" is flying for
a six. Big. Like, he's not a small DB. He's a bigger dude who hits you in your mouth.
Shiloh's a fucking thick-ass dude. He's a big safety. He'll lay it on you. I'm saying, is he 4'7", 4'5", and really that's one fucking like half a step. It's not like there's much difference. That's pretty fucking fast regardless. I'm just saying if he runs 4'5" at the combine, that's moving. Like that's fucking cooking right there. I bet you Shiloh can run 4'5", dog.
Matt, if you had
for God's sakes, I mean, they're fleet of foot.
Matt, if you had to give an NFL comparison to Shiloh, who would it be and why?
You know, I think his ceiling could be Bob Sanders. Like, I think his ceiling, like, he could come out of nowhere and just go into the NFL and start murking people. You know, no one thought Bob would be that guy. Good player, but no one thought he'd be an NFL MVP. But I also think that he could be a coach in 6 years. I was a coach 7 years in, so it's not talking shit. I'm saying, like, that's the way this works.
Right.
So I think that Shilo has the ability to play at the second level as a linebacker nickel corner. He can blitz. He's a great blitzer. Like, he's one of the best blitzers I've ever seen. So the fact that he can do that, he can cover backs, he can cover tight ends. Does he struggle tackling at times? Yeah, he does. Does he need to learn how to wrap some of these bigger backs? Yeah. I don't know if you can thud all the big backs. You know, like, that's fucking hard. I got my arm ripped off he got his arm ripped off in the Nebraska game. I know how that feels. Adrian Peterson ripped my arm off my body in the Big 12 title game, bro, with his quad. I reached out to tackle him. He hit me above the elbow. It dislocated my entire shit. Sucked. Like, last time I reached for fucking Adrian Peterson, you better wrap that dude the fuck up. Oh, yeah. So, look, everybody's got slights and things that they don't do well.
Yeah.
Everyone. And there's no way that he doesn't know. Like, one of the things that impresses me the most out of Shilo is every time he had a bad game, he came back and he was accountable in the media. He sat up there and answered all the questions. He always took the blame. He shoved it on himself, and then he went out and performed really well the next week.
Yeah.
He came back from a broken forearm in the middle of the season, like, tough as fucking nails.
Yep.
Like, it's just a Sanders thing, bro. His brother gets hit in the face, gets better. It pisses him off. Shilo breaks his arm. Like, people doubt him. He gets better. He goes out and fucking performs. So, is he a perfect player? No, he's not. Does he need to get better? Yeah, he does. That's every fucking one of us.
Yeah, exactly.
Every goddamn fucking player in the league. Lamar Jackson is not as good as he thinks he is. He can get better. He can do things better. Everybody can do something better. Mark Andrews got a lot of work on this offseason.
Yep.
He's a great fucking player, but when it came down to it, at that one moment, all of his preparation to that point in his life failed him. Does that make him a shitty player, or was it just a shitty moment? It was a moment to learn from. So, like, look, this guy, I appreciate his stance. Like, I don't understand how my opinion can hurt someone in the draft process.
Yeah, I don't agree with that shit.
But at the same time, look, I know that he's using us to drive him too, and that's cool. Like, at least he's watching and listening and shit. Yeah. But that's a long-winded motherfucking response. You know what I'm saying? Look, that's like a fucking sailor dog. Like, I'm sorry that if you can't handle the way I talk, then you don't. I don't trust people that don't cuss, dog. I'm sorry.
Same here, man.
If you're one of these, like, real tight ass, oh, he curses, man, get fucked with that shit. I'm out. Yeah. I don't want to be your friend.
I'm with you on that. I mean, I'm on here. I'm on my own show. I'm on JB. Like, it's the same way. Like, I don't. That shit made me laugh. Like, it shit made me laugh.
Apologize for the language. I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Well, I think he was coming at me with that, because I don't even think you said anything at that point, because I was basically going at a Dove, whatever, however you say that, Kleiman or whatever, because he does put a lot of BS stories out there. He's one of those Twitter, people that are gonna put it out before, put something out, whether it's true or not. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of my thing, where I said bullshit, but that shit made me laugh. Interesting.
Matt, we have Lamar. What's up, dog? We had Lamar's son in this morning for the first time.
How did that go?
He's a monster of a human being.
I figured.
Wait, this kid, as long as he sticks to the grind, which I know he will, it's gonna be like, there's gonna be like candy, baby, stealing. I'm telling you, dog. This kid he's 13 years old. He's 6'7", like 300 pounds.
Okay, 13 years old, 6'7", 300 pounds. Yeah. It sounds like it'll work out. Like, holy shit.
He was a deer in the headlight this morning, but this morning was super high paced and all the vets, and we had eyes on, and like it's it was probably the weirdest first day ever, but it'll calm down a little bit on Saturday.
Yeah, look, I have no doubt he'll catch on and start running with it. Like, I have no doubt at all. Like that kid gonna be a beast, man. Man, that's fun. That's a big kid.
What would I pick if I could pick?
That's a good question.
I'd probably coach offensive line. Although coaching defensive line is awesome too. Can I do both? Wait a second. I get to do both every day, so that's cool. But if I could go do it and get paid in college, I'd love to do both. I think that the fact that they don't combine the two more is that's the next step in the maturity of the game, in my opinion.
Right.
Is like really teaching the defensive guys the offense and the offensive guys the defense. Instead of just reacting to it. So,
for sure.
You know what I'm saying? That's just my opinion as a guy who was in both meeting rooms for a very long time. And I think I have my master's degree in football. I'll take the fucking Pepsi challenge with any of y'all if you want to get on the board.
Master's degree in football. Yeah, no, definitely, Matt. Matt, another question from the chat. Did you ever go against Vince Wilfork?
Yes.
How was that?
A brick shithouse.
I would figure that's a large, strong human being.
Center of gravity was just insane.
I bet. Yeah.
You get in his stance and his stomach would like hang on the ground almost. It's like a big pot-bellied pig. That's a fucking bad man too. Super athletic.
Did you ever play against Terrence Knighton?
Terrence Knighton, the fuck pot roast. Yeah, bro. Yeah, Terrence is my dude, bro. He was just the D-line coach in Nebraska. He's a good guy.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players of all time growing up. So
he's at Florida State now. He's a good friend of mine.
Shout out to Coach Knighton. Man, Matt, I gotta ask you last thing on a Cam Newton take. Cam Newton came out in first take and said that the Cowboys are going to tank for Arch Manning and they're going to hire Nick Saban. Now, Matt, another hot take from Cam Newton that I don't know if it has too much wind, but let's talk about it. What are your thoughts on that?
No. I mean, look, Saban ain't coaching the fucking Cowboys. No one wants to put up with Jerry Jones bullshit.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's be real. Brian Schottenheimer could easily be one and done. No one's questioning that.
And that's what Cam said. And I think
no one's questioning that. But to say that, how much shit has to line up for you to tank and go 2-15, and then you have to assume that Arch is going to be that guy.
Right.
I'm not saying Arch Manning isn't going to be a fucking stud, and I'm not saying he's not one already. I think he's got to go prove it now. Now you have to go play, and you've got to go fucking undefeated and get into the tournament and fucking see if you can go win a national title and win 4 games in the fucking tournament and go win a title. I think that it's hard to win a national title these days, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You got to go through the entire season and get in, and then wherever you're seated, you just got to go on a run. Ohio State beat 4 fucking really good teams to win the Natty.
Yeah.
And I know that there's some little, people think that there was college football fatigue. They've got to move the games up. They don't need 10 days off in between games. Do it like the NFL. Play every weekend and get it over with. Mm-hmm. And they need, the main day of this needs to be the first. The first should be the second round, not the first round. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
How to accelerate the process so it's over by the time the NFL playoffs start. You don't want to be fucking trying to compete. You don't want 3 days of NFL playoffs and then 1 day of college football playoff. People were tired, falling asleep during the college football playoff while they're for the national title and shit. So because of the NFL drained you from the week. So look, dude, there's a lot that needs to be changed, and hopefully they do change it.
Yeah, no, I agree. And what do you have to say to those teams recruiting? You can't even really, if you're in the playoff, right?
The dates need to be pushed back. The hiring of coaches, recruiting dates, everything needs to be reevaluated and redone and set up to be more conducive to the athlete, to the coaches. You're fucking, guys getting hired and fired while they're recruiting. it's a clusterfuck. I know. I meet with so many coaches. We had more coaches than today. I meet with coaches damn near every day during this cycle of the year. They're in like crazy. Alabama and Michigan and Nebraska's in and CU and all these other places, and it's everybody's talking about like how crazy the schedule is, the transfer portal. The kids now, rather than taking a chance on a high school kid, they'll let him go to a smaller school and see if he pans out and then just tamper with him and steal him. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, wow, I guess that's a good way to look at it if you don't want to get burned on a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll just go to the transfer portal and get an older guy. And if they have, if they think a high school kid can play, they'll let him go to Northern Colorado. And if he pans out for 2 years and he's a baller, then they'll just tamper and get him in the middle of the season and be like, yeah, we're going to bring you to Oklahoma State when the season's over. And right when the season's over, he cashes a check and goes to Oklahoma State because tampering's legal. So this whole situation's fucked up. They got to fix it.
Yeah, no, I agree. Matt, did you see what Chris Canty said on ESPN about Joe Burrow?
I kind of heard a little bit of it this morning when I was driving in.
I got to ask you about this.
I listen to that show morning when I go in at 5 a.m.
Yeah, well, this is our last topic, and we'll get out of here. But I got to ask you this because this is like, it's interesting. I don't really understand it. But Matt, Chris Canty was on ESPN, and he says that he has an interesting take about Joe Burrow. He says Joe Burrow is not an elite quarterback. Take a listen. We'll get your reaction.
An elite quarterback. We've got to get out of this. We've got to get out of this thing where we want to anoint everybody an elite quarterback.
Who's everybody?
I'm just saying, we can't give the runner-up to the runner-up to the runner-up elite quarterback status. There ain't but 3 spots on the medal stand. When we start talking about the podium, it's a gold medal slot, it's a silver medal spot, and it's a bronze medal spot.
Okay. Matt, what are your thoughts on Chris Canty saying that Joe Burrow is not an elite quarterback? I mean, you see Cam's reaction right there. I bet is the best indicator of it. Matt, what are your thoughts on those comments? Go ahead. I don't agree. I don't agree at all. I think it's crazy.
Joe, we're talking about the same guy, right?
Yeah, Joe Burrow.
We're talking about ice cold Joe Burrow, right?
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about Joe. Please don't re-sign with Cincinnati and go to a competent franchise. Joe Burrow, right? Joe Burrow's a bad motherfucker, dog. Like Chris Canty, I respect Chris. I like some of his takes. This shit is batshit crazy. Not an elite quarterback, my ass. I understand that he's only been he missed a year because of injury. One of the years was his rookie year. And then he set fucking records last year pretty much and was an inch away from the playoffs. If they can learn how to start the season a little bit better, they're in every year.
Agreed.
But no one wanted Cincinnati in this year. Buffalo fucking was doing everything humanly possible to get Denver. Kansas City went out and fucking didn't play a soul in Denver, got beat 38-0, made the Broncos look like fucking Super Bowl champs just to keep Cincinnati out of the playoffs. So
yeah, that's powerful.
Bro, I think Joe Burrow is special, really fucking special. And I do not agree with this take at all.
Me neither. And I mean, if Joe Burrow had any lick of defense last season, I think they're in the playoffs. I don't get it just because it's killing me. Because I think Joe Burrow's, you could argue he's top 3 with Mahomes. I'm like, I would take Joe Burrow over a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL. Personally, I'd take Joe Burrow over Lamar Jackson. I think he's that good. People anoint Lamar. I'm like, Joe Burrow's, who's behind him and Mahomes? Like, let's be real. It's just what it is. I think this take is insane from Chris Canty. Wow, unbelievable. And after that season, with no defense, man, I don't know. Unbelievable, Matt. What's with ESPN making these hot takes, man?
Well, this is what they have to do these days. So, it's what it is. Joe Burrow's not elite. Shit. Come on, dog. Come on, Chris Canty. Come on, dog. If anyone in the NFL is fucking elite right now, Take Joe Burrow and put Joe Burrow on the Ravens.
Yeah. Put Joe Burrow on the Seahawks. Or, like, come on.
Put Joe Burrow on the Seahawks. There you go. There's a good one. Take Joe Burrow, put him on the Broncos. Put him on fucking anywhere, bro. He's going to tear it up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Joe Burrow is a real freaking deal. I just heard that, and I was like, unbelievable. Can't disagree more with Chris Canty's take.
No, I'm not saying he's better than Lamar and Josh Allen right now. He might be a better thrower of the football, but he's not. I don't know if he's a better quarterback.
Oh, I'm not sitting here and saying Lamar Jackson's a better quarterback than Joe Burrow. Absolutely not. Lamar Jackson's a freak athlete at quarterback. I think Joe Burrow's a better thrower of the football, not a better quarterback. It's a complete package thing. So when Joe Burrow starts winning at the pace that Lamar's at and in the playoffs consistently every year and has 3 MVPs and shit, then we'll talk about quarterback play instead of just ball spinning. I think Joe Burrow should have won MVP or been looked at more for MVP. And I'll say this about Joe Burrow.
If you can't make the playoffs, talk.
Here's what I'm going to say about this. And this is if Joe Burrow threw that pass to Mark Andrews, would it have been accurate? My answer is yes.
It hit him in the fucking hands. Shut up. The ball hit Mark Andrews.
2 ex-quarterbacks break it down.
Both hands. And he dropped the ball. Give me a fucking break.
It's on Andrews, yeah.
If he would have completed the ball, no one's going to be like, what a shitty fucking throw that Lamar threw to Mark Andrews. What a fucking catch. I can't believe he caught that. No one would have said that shit. What the fuck are you talking about?
I don't agree.
What are you talking about, dog? Come on, don't fucking go down that road. Roll your fucking eyes all you want.
Because, Matt, I've heard Sean King and all these quarterbacks break it down. They're like, yeah, Mark should have caught it, but it was also not a great ball by Lamar.
It hit him in the hands. Did it not hit him in both hands? They were both fucking hands.
Matt, I'm literally saying Mark Andrews should have caught it. I'm also saying if Joe Burrow had thrown that ball, would it have been accurate?
Fuck out of here. It hit him with both hands. Catch the fucking ball.
I don't disagree with that at all. I'm saying if Burrow throws that ball's here versus here. That's what I'm saying. That's all I got to say. But either way, yes, Mark Andrews should have caught it. I am with you on that. But I don't know. Joe Burrow is definitely an elite quarterback. I don't know what Chris Canty talk about. But Matt, wild show, great show on this fine Friday. We will be back on Monday next week. So be right here, 3 p.m. Eastern, and we will be back on Monday with who knows what will happen this week. And I'm just sure.
Yeah, shit. Watch your mouth. Don't fucking curse. All of you out there.
Oh yeah, we can't curse.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Watch your fucking mouth. Yeah. Well, who knows? I'm sure there's going to be some crazy stories that happen this weekend. We'll be back here on Monday, 3 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member of the Dungeon family. Subscribe to Bailey Price Media Live on YouTube. I just dropped a link to that. Subscribe. We had a great show with Coach JB yesterday, and we discussed several different things on there. But Mr. X says, I'm telling YouTube. Oh. Matt, any closing thoughts before we get out of here on this fine Friday?
Did you see the lift chick fall? God, dude, I don't know if I've ever laughed harder in my life.
Give me 1 second. I have
the show on this.
Well, we can end on this because
I don't mean to fat shame or anything to end the show, but fuck me.
We are 2 linemen. I don't know how we can fat shame anymore. We'll get offended, everybody, because this is just.
Get offended. If you get offended by this, then you have a fucking sponsorship with Little Debbie, you fat fuck.
This is what's Matt is
Even if you are a fat person and you can't laugh at yourself, you're the worst kind of fat person.
The second part you just said is also true.
But fat people that can make fun of themselves are my favorite.
Yeah.
God, look at her roll. It's like kind of athletic how she springs back up. Gravity.
Wow.
God, dude. I'm telling you. The shit you can sue for. You know what I'm saying?
Unbelievable. Yeah, that's a 2025 lawsuit if I've ever seen it, because good Lord.
All right, I gotta fucking go pick up my kids.
It's all good. We'll be back on Monday. Hit that like button, subscribe, and become a member of the Dungeon family. We'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. Peace.